Welcome back to another episode of Blue Collar D&D. Thanks to everyone that's watched us here on YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, D-Live, Facebook, all of that cool stuff. A couple of announcements before we get started. We do have another dice giveaway, so make sure you stick around to the break and so you can learn how to enter. In addition, we're actually going to couple it with a little special giveaway thing from Eldritch Press later, so be on the lookout for that here at the break. At this time, I also wanted to thank our amazing patrons on Patreon, Jennifer, as well as Ceepus and Dave Platinum Dice. I appreciate everything that you guys give to us. It's a really amazing contribution that you all give. If you want to support us and take advantage of those various perks, such as DM coaching, one-shots, and all kinds of other stuff, make sure you check us out on patreon.com/bluecollardm. If you want to support us in any other way, we do have a tipping page. There's some more on that as well. Also, for those of you on Twitch, our stream store, it's not really a store. Basically, you use your gold pieces to give the players those +1s or the -1s, depending on how you want to either aid or hinder our players. So you can actually utilize those gold pieces that you earn by watching the stream to actually affect our dice in real time. So go ahead and check that out in the panel, the Stream Elements panel down below. Ashley, is there anything that you would like to plug at this time?
I have way too much, so just find me on Ashley DeBard on Twitter, and that's about it.
All right, awesome. If that's it, then let us dive into tonight's episode. If I can find the right button. And welcome back. It is episode 27. Just so you all know, I was reminded of one thing by Ashley. We do have a new Discord channel. It's actually our player character roleplay channel. So in between different adventures and stuff like that, if our players have conversations with each other, you can actually check those out as they occur in that Discord chat channel. Make sure you check that out. Lastly left off, our party of adventurers set off from the city of Nulgrim in hopes to find new adventures and hunt down the frog creatures that were rumored to be wreaking havoc in the towns and villages north of Nulgrim. On their way, the party stopped for a day's rest at the Ember Garrison, a training ground for recruits of the Crimson Regiment, a local army outfit here for the Dukedom of Nulgrim. Here, Morharon learned more about these frog creatures from an old friend, Lieutenant General Lyra Hume, and the same general who outfitted the party against the Duragar many moons ago. She voiced concerns of the growing threat of these creatures, as a number of new recruits had gone missing on their journey up to the Cloudspire Citadel. Those who did make it to the Citadel were able to return to the garrison, reported strange experiences, memories clouded except for distinct colors of red, blue, and green. In addition, the general reported an illness that had struck a number of soldiers at the Cloudspire, many of whom had been sick for a few weeks. The attacks of these creatures, coupled with mysterious disease, was cause enough to warn her for her to warn Morharon and in turn the party of the dangers ahead. After this conversation, a number of the party members met a very eccentric Silver Dragonborn who was able to give them a book on blood curses and a very strange arcane ballista of sorts to test. Leaving the following morning, the party added a recruit, Tom, a small, scraggly-looking young lad, to their party in order to aid them on their journey north. Sometime between the garrison and Pinewall, the wagon they had relied on for many of their journeys broke down. While repairing the broken wheel, the party was attacked by two mysterious figures. When the battle began to turn the party's way, a third figure revealed himself, a tiefling. Recognizing Demiko, saying, "Brother, is that you I see?" And that is where our journey left off. So, we are technically still in initiative, so we are going to go right back over to the battle in progress. So, let me zoom that out for the stream to see. So as you all are there, this figure, this tiefling came out of the woodwork here from behind the bush and kind of turned his way towards Demiko, saying, Oh, brother, is that you I see? Ending his turn. The next bandit, here on the left, kind of takes his turn, seeing the battle kind of turning, and just kind of puts his hands up and stops. Juliet, what are you doing?
Am I mid-bite?
No, you finished your bite and you kind of like threw the guy on the ground, and he just kind of like, he's kind of like laying there on the ground, and he just kind of has his hands up in the air like this.
All right, I'll release him. Look at him. Won't do anything else. Well, I'll take that back. I will hold my action to stab him if he tries to do anything funny, like try to hit somebody.
Okay. Demikos, you doing anything special?
Hearing my brother, I'm going to fly at him at full speed.
Okay.
And tackle him to the ground.
Okay. That'll be a contested strength check. Go ahead and give me a strength check using your strength ability modifier. Or athletics check, excuse me.
Oh,
I don't know if you're...
check.
Yeah, give me an athletics check. Sorry about that. All right. That is a 19 versus a total of 10. So you are able to tackle him down to the ground. I'll say that is one of your... You believe you do have multi-attack, so you can actually utilize your second attack during this round as well.
Just kind of want to like grapple him.
Okay. Yeah. With that initial athletics check, you were able to do that. Morharon and Twyla, are you doing anything? Twyla first.
Okay, so this looks like a mess. I leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna fix this wagon.
All right. And you're back to mending. Morharon, you have a guy. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna run up there and just stand over Demikos as he has him on the ground, with my maul in hand, ready, kind of not knowing what the heck's going on. So, Demikos, let me know what's going on here. I'm a bit confused.
Okay. Tom is just going to come around the corner to help out Hamish and Dougal and try to calm the horses down a little bit. At this point, we're gonna hold initiative. Unless any of y'all do anything, unless anything crazy happens to kind of spark back up again. It being Kacius's turn, he just kind of, he doesn't fight you exactly, and he goes, "Well, hello to you too, brother.
I haven't seen you for who knows how long. And you send your men to ambush us on the road?
Well, I didn't know it was you here with this group of, well, honestly, it looked like individuals prime for the stealing, to be perfectly honest."
So this is how you've been getting on? You just been attacking people on the road?
Well, I think you know that your leaving of the Failey organization did put a little bit of a strain on me and myself. Well, me and the gang, well, had to kind of leave that behind. Luckily, Huey and Dewey here were able to kind of help me out a little bit, but we've been kind of struggling around, just trying to figure our ways around just to kind of stay alive. Things are a little crazy around here, if you know what I mean.
Wait, so you left the Phaleys too?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that.
How more complicated can it be? I killed them, we left.
Well, that's fair. We didn't kill them, but Superius wasn't too happy when, well, if you've heard of that black crystal stuff that they were always so keen on all the time, well, he wasn't too happy when he heard that particular sample didn't make it back to his hands. So, between that and the news of you kind of running off, I I'd rather not wait around to find my own head on a pike over in Dreadmire, to be perfectly honest.
Well, my plan, meeting up with these folk, they have mutual enemies with the Phales. So we're gonna head there. We're gonna go into that city. We're gonna take them out. If you and your men could lead some kind of an assault on the city at the same time,
I mean, me and my man is Huey and Dewey here. I ain't got much else, but
no, you've always had a way with words. I'm sure you can find some more enemies of the Phales.
No, you ain't wrong about that. I'm sure there's a way. Tell you what, brother. If you let me and Huey and Dewey walk off, we'll be sure to meet your aid when it becomes necessary over there. We'll stir up a little bit of a ruckus for you if you need it. You'll know where to find us.
That halfling over there, you can take him with you too. He'll be a valuable asset to your team.
You are not selling Tom off.
I'm not selling him. I'm giving him away for free.
Tom is ours.
You can go with my brother too if you want, Juliet. If you want to stay with Tom so bad.
Hey, little man. Come over here for 1 second. And you see Tom kind of meander his way. He's like, Mr. Demikos, do you think this is gonna help you out more? I mean, like, I was gonna help you with the frog people, but if you want me to help more with these Bailey types, are they more dangerous than the frogs?
They're much more dangerous than the frogs.
Okay. Well, is your brother a nice man?
Can be. Just don't get on his bad side.
Okay.
Just do what you're told. Don't slow him down.
Okay. Well, I am fairly sneaky, so maybe I can help him out a little bit with getting to tight spaces.
Maybe.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, little man, let's see if you can be useful for a little while. I mean, worst comes to worst, you'll die anyway, so. Besides, those frogs are probably a little bit beyond your capabilities anyway. I gotta warn you, brother. Things are a little bit weird north of here. That's part of the reason why I'm down here. Normally, I raid the pass between the Pinewall and Whalestone, but these frogs you mentioned, they ain't no frogs. I mean, they croak, but there's something that more dastardly than I can ever dream of. And in all honesty, if you're headed up north, you're gonna run into them one way or another.
That's what we're heading to do.
Well, good. I guess. Be careful. I don't want my efforts to try to sabotage our old, bosses to, be in vain. Keep yourself alive.
Do you need anything to get on your way?
Well, no, I mean, I'd be more than happy to take those horses off your hands if you really don't want them, but if not, then no, I think we're good.
The horses are ours.
Horses.
Huh?
We might have a ferret you can take.
I don't have much use for a ferret, though. I appreciate the offer of a pet.
But a ghost owl.
No, I don't have use for that too. Ghost owl? That sounds very strange. You're pulling my leg now. You always were the trickster.
saying what I see.
Well, best be careful. They're making their way down south, so be careful. And
where can I find you before we head to Dreadmire?
Well, if you need me to start causing my ruckus, as it were, we'll probably be hanging around the old ruins of what's left of that Elder Water outpost out here to the north of the mountain.
All right.
All right, brother.
I'll reach out my hand to shake him, and we'll be on our way.
He just kind of goes out, shakes your hand, kind of spits on the ground, and goes, "See you on the other side, brother." And he heads off.
That was something.
Yeah.
Now you see the true colors of Democrats. What are you saying? Giving away a ferret?
I just seen the true colors of Demikos, and what makes us any different than what he just did to Tom that he could do to us when he sees the Phales?
Huh?
I don't know. It seems kind of fair. Tom was slowing us down just a bit. I mean, I definitely trust in the strength and power the three of you have.
I think I just gave Tom a better life. He wasn't gonna make it in the military back at the camp there.
What about Dolly?
Now Dolly is still in your possession.
You don't call shots.
Oh, I think our friend Demikos was just being a bit facetious and trying to give away your ferret friend there. He's, I'm sure he meant nothing by it.
I'm sure.
I am going to go in the cart, and I will stay as far away from Demikos as possible.
It's gonna be kind of hard in this cart here with me driving it and you a foot behind me.
That noise.
Thank you, Juliet. I give you my flying broom for a while.
Actually,
Okay.
I would like to wild shape into a dire wolf, and I would like to just run.
Okay. You can run alongside the cart.
Use the cart.
I'll have to reassure Hamish and Dougal that this dire wolf is not an enemy.
I can talk to Hamish and Dougal.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has the ability to talk, and they've all, she's transformed in front of them before, so they aren't completely surprised, but they kind of like are just like for a second. But you're able to get them back under control and make your way.
How long is? I mean, if memory serves me, Tom's only been with us a handful of days.
Has it even been a handful?
Nope.
Hey, I don't know what the. I feel bad. Juliet seems pretty mad for a guy she just met.
She seems to fall head over heels for every guy she meets, so she'll find a new one next town we go to.
He does like him short and stout.
I never met her ex.
You have a thing for that.
You met him, right? Was he short and stout too?
No, he wasn't actually. But I don't know. Maybe we'll lay off of her for just a little bit. She seems pretty perturbed. I know you were just joking about sending along the ferret, and I agree with you. Tom is most definitely in a better place. He was one of these frogs was going to eat them for sure.
He wasn't going to make it out of this or make it in the military.
Oh no, he was dead.
Working with a bandit outfit, that's more his speed.
I have to take your word for that. I don't know your brother. I don't want to offend you, but he seems like one of those guys that if he's talking, he's lying. But if you tell me he's going to be better there, I'd definitely think anywhere is better than where we're headed.
We have a mutual enemy, the Phalees. If Tom's still alive and we head back to Dreadmire, it's a win.
Hey, maybe
like
at
you
that
said-
point he's gotten some significant training from your brother, and maybe he joins back up with us. Who knows?
Possibly. But like you said, he probably wouldn't have made it out of these frogs anyways.
I mean, I don't want to. I kind of look around to make sure nobody's close to us as the two of us are talking, and I just say, if these frogs are anything what I think they are, I think we all have a fair amount of trouble getting out of here alive.
We'll just have to fight smart.
That's what we try to do with these. Let's is the cart fixed yet? Are we on our way? What are we doing?
Yep, it's around this time that Twyla is able to finish casting her mending. You see her kind of like have her hands out here in front of her, and you can kind of see that like almost like the pieces of wood almost like kind of like reattach and then like kind of fill in from the middle out, and kind of like these little like sparks kind of like spread out over the course of the wheel, and is able to be repaired, and you are all able to continue your way on your journey.
That is a handy trick, I tell you.
Thank you. You know, in my home, it was only my grandpa and I, so someone needed to help around the house.
Seems pretty beneficial in a lot of ways.
So if you need me to fix something, clean something, you know, when we get those rests, I can do that.
That sounds great.
So onwards, yes, it seems like Juliet is a bit upset. You spoke words of wisdom. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, well, we just had a conversation about it, and I think things may have been a bit misconstrued, but Tom's moved along to a better place, and Juliet is a bit not herself lately, as I'm sure you've noticed, but I can see why she'd be upset.
I disagree. I think Tom wanted to avenge a lot of people going to the Toads and die an honorable death. Now that was being taken away, but I guess he'll survive, so that's okay. Maybe it was better this way. So I'll just jump inside the cart.
Okay, you jump inside the cart.
I'll be leading Hamish and Dougal as a wolf.
Okay. That being the case, if you're leading Hamish and Dougal, that would be a perception check as a wolf, right? So we're going to finish our little travel here on our way up. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Since it's a wild shape, it would be using my stats.
Correct.
Does it give me
Right.
advantage or no?
I'm not sure, but while you look that up, what is everyone else doing as far as to continue the rest of your journey the way up north?
To help the journey go, or just what am I doing along the...
Yeah, just to help the journey go, basically.
All right.
So I'm just telling Dolly that everything's gonna be okay. She's not going to be giving away. I'm glaring from time to time to them because that's all.
I should have advantage.
Okay, roll again. For that, Twyla, I'm gonna say an animal handling check. It feels like a mental health check, but go ahead and roll an animal handling check. Okay, thank you. So 21 on that perception check. Animal handling is an 18. Perfect. So you are able to kind of lead in front, sniffing around for anything. You do get the hint of a trail of a couple of different creatures, like other wolves, ironically enough, but you're able to kind of steer the party clear, as well, like Hamish and Dougal and the rest of the party clear of any kind of barriers to that or any kind of encounters with with that wildlife. With your 18, Twilight, you are able to kind of pet your ferret and calm her down. She's well, you can't talk to her. She did seem a little bit nervous, and you're able to kind of keep her calm a little bit. Demikos, Morharon, what are you guys doing? Demikos, you're driving, I would say. So it would be another animal handling check just to kind of continue the drive. All right, with an 8. Okay. Hamish and Juggle still kind of spooked by the whole ordeal with the bandits. Gives you a little bit of trouble, but you are able to kind of keep yourself on the path ahead. And then Morharon.
I am going to tend to the wounds of my fellow travelers, the horses if they need it, kind of just examine any of that and make sure everybody is healthy for what lies ahead.
All right, excellent. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. 20. Okay. Yeah, so you are able to take care of that. You actually do notice that Dougal has a little bit of a scrape on his knee, or I guess his horse knee, after the ordeal with the bump on the tire. But you are able, or on the wheel, not a tire. Tires aren't a thing yet. But you are able to take care of mending to his wounds, bandaging him up, and he seems all the better for it, and helps kind of overcome and calm him down a little bit as you continue your journey north. You do, at the close of nightfall, make your way to the village of Pinewall. As you approach into town, the vegetation as you kind of approach the village itself is kind of sparse. There is a river that kind of flows past this town, not too far, and it's on a well-traveled road. As you make your way in, you see a number of different buildings and stuff like that in the middle of town. You actually see a rather large individual, kind of with blacksmithing tools, just kind of like standing strangely by himself in the center of town. You also see a formally dressed gentleman kind of standing in the middle of the town as well, with kind of a blank, long gaze, just kind of ringing a bell with a hat on his head. Otherwise, the town is almost ghost-like to an extent.
Mechanical question: would I have gotten some sort of short rest where I can roll some hit dice real quick?
Yes.
Oh, is Juliet still like a direwolf? Like,
that only lasted for like an hour.
so this looks strange. What about these guys?
Do you go up and approach him?
Hey, someone wants to come with me, please?
Yeah, I'll follow you. No worries.
All
I
right.
too think this is a bit strange.
So I'll walk up to them and stop like a few steps away, not so close. Good evening. Is there an inn close by? Tavern?
The rather large, portly man that you saw with like the blacksmith tools just kind of stares off. I need a perception check from everybody.
Hey, buddy, save me.
Oh, wow.
Washing it.
More on Twilight, you didn't see Jack. Juliet and Demikos, you hear very faintly off in the distance the sound of a
Summon
Very
my blade.
familiar sound.
Hello? Is there a tavern? Can you speak? Are you hurt?
Oh,
As you kind of reach out to him and try to wave, you see all of a sudden the face of this man slowly starts to melt off, revealing the color of a blue, almost toad-like face and large, long maw as the rest of the illusion fades and the claws come out to try to grab you, Twyla. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
I summoned my blade, correct?
I assume you would have at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at this point as well that the town crier that had just been staying there ringing the bell, you just hear the and the face of him just fades off and revealing a red version of one of these frog creatures. There's a fight music in here somewhere.
I will yell though at Moharan real quick. Is this what you told me about?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Just give me
My
one
hunch was
second
right.
to get the views all good.
It's a salad.
Right. It's a salad.
I'm so happy. I'm in the front line. Yay.
Right, because that's exactly where we need our sorcerer to be.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, there we go.
Oops.
Come on, Juliet.
All right, there's all my dice.
Did it roll right?
Rolled pretty strong. I don't think I've gotten over 10 on initiative yet.
Oh boy. So Twyla, you are right here with Moharan at your side. As part of this, because you are surprised, he will get his first attack off on you.
All right.
So he is going to just come in with a bite. That is going to be an 18 to hit, which does hit your armor class, dealing 12 points of damage, which I already put on your sheet. And then
Ouchie.
2 attacks with the claws coming in at you as well. That's going to be a 25 to hit for 11 points of damage. And 1 more claw coming at you. I don't know why you're making a con save. Oh, it might have been from the last one. For an 18 to hit for 13 points of damage. As this creature that just reveals itself. I think you're making con saves for an old thing that you had up from the last fight. But it comes in and just... And then it comes in with that bite and just kind of picks you up. And like bites into the side of your shoulder. Moharan, it's at this point... Now that this creature has kind of revealed himself, the wound that you have sporting on your neck begins to burn and glow as you're now in the presence of this creature. Ending that creature's surprise round is the only surprise round that's going to happen. Juliet, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Let me see. How far can I get up to them? I won't be able to get to the other side, would I?
I would say that you wouldn't be that far away from them, so we can say that you guys were right here, respectively.
Okay. Go over here. If I'm able to get this side. Gonna try to hit it, and then I look to Twyla real quick. Move. And how do you look? How damaged are you?
I think I'm a little bit like hurting, but not so much.
Okay. Alrighty then. Where are you, Blade? There you are.
I think he's a vampire too. Juliet. He beat me.
Yep, attacks at advantage. All right, so that is going to be a 14 to hit. That unfortunately is not going to hit as you come in with the blade, and this frog creature just like, it's got a tough hide, and you kind of like go in and you hit it on the back, and it's just like, but it doesn't really seem to be affected by the strike.
I can attack.
23 is going to hit as you make some contact. You actually break the skin of this thing as you kind of like thrust the sword forward, and you're just like, go ahead and roll damage. For a total of 12 points of damage as you stick this weapon, this sanguine pact weapon, as you stab it into the back of its leg, and it's just like, anything else in your turn?
No.
All right, excellent. The creature's back up again, so with that stab into the back, it's gonna kind of turn around and take a swipe at you. To start its turn. Come on, things. Coming at you. That's going to be a 20 to hit, dealing 16 points of slashing damage. It just comes across and just kind of rakes across your chest. For whatever reason, Juliet's making a Constitution saving throw. I'm not sure why, but hey, whatever.
It's a thing that they do.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, yeah. That's right. Haha, I forgot. It's going to come in with a second claw attack. Dealing a 27 to hit for 9 more points of slashing damage, and another Constitution saving throw coming in at you already. 14 is going to fail that Constitution save. Okay. You feel as this creature kind of slashes into you, you feel almost like the feeling of like venom or some sort of weird, strange kind of substance just gonna implant itself within your system. Last thing it's gonna do is gonna go for a bite on you, because it's going to. That's gonna be a 19 to hit for 14 points of damage. All right. Ending its turn. It's gonna bring us to the red guy. The red guy is going to, I don't know if he can actually get this far, but we're gonna see. 40 feet. Trying to recall his movement speed. He cannot actually get there, but he is going to use his dash to come up next to his compatriot, but that is going to end his turn, bringing us to Twyla. Demikos, you are on deck. Twyla, you went silent.
Twyla is going to disengage and run behind Demikos.
Okay, absolutely. So you disengage and run behind Demikos.
And I'll tell him, okay, I'm really bad, so please help me here. And I want to cast Healing Word on Juliet.
Okay, go ahead and cast your Healing
I'm not
Word.
that bad.
I don't care. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Juliet.
Ooh, there's a +1 for Demikos. Oh, I did use the -1 already, just so everyone knows. That was on me, but didn't do much. So go ahead and roll your D4 for the Healing Word. Twyla, just so you know, on one of those strikes, you also had failed your Constitution saving throw. You feel the same kind of like surge of some sort of venom kind of implant itself within you. Just.
Okay. Healing Word.
For some reason, my buttons aren't working today. Just so everyone's if everyone's curious. My +1s aren't working. So it won't appear on screen, but I'm writing them down. Healing Word, 1d4 + 3. Total of 6 points of healing to you, Juliet.
And I'm not sure if I can get my broom and fly up.
Yeah, you can get on your broom. That's fine.
Okay,
Your broom is a free action.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're flying up in the air now. Okay. Awesome. Ending your turn brings us to Demikos. Demikos, what are you doing?
I will fly. Run over here.
You can do either or, really.
Is that flanking with Moron right there? Or?
It is flanking with Morharon, so all of your attacks here are advantage.
All right, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
So that's a bonus action.
Yep, you enter your rage. I will put the rage condition on you.
And then I'm going to punch him.
Absolutely. That is a natural 19 on the dice for a critical hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Dealing 13 points of damage to this creature.
And can I throw Stunning Strike on him?
You absolutely can. It does have, hold on one second. It does have resistance to one of your damage types.
Okay.
So it only ends up taking one off of the original damage amount. Yeah, Stunning Strike. So that's going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Yep. It's a 14.
DC 14. That is an 18, so that does succeed.
Okay. And then I will punch him again.
All right. That is going to be a because of the +1 from the audience. That's a 27 to hit. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for a total of. You rolled another one on the lightning damage, but for a total of, if it would show up on the screen, for a total of 11 points of damage from the resistance from the lightning damage.
Can I do Stunning Strike on every attack?
Yes, you can.
All right, so I'll try that again.
Absolutely. That is going to be a 16 on the Constitution saving throw, so he does succeed.
Okay. And that's it.
All right, that's it. Morharon, it is your turn. Juliet, you're on deck.
Yep.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time, my friend. I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to Action Surge.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the big blue ugly guy in front of me.
All right, go ahead and attack the big blue ugly guy in front of you. That is going to be a 14 to hit. Unfortunately, that does not hit his AC. Unfortunately, you get advantage, yes.
Okay, let me roll that again.
I didn't even use advantage.
12 plus 7, so 19.
That does hit. Oh yeah, you didn't use advantage. Oops. I think you hit on all your attacks though.
I did, yeah.
Roll one more time just to see.
Me?
Yeah, you. But yeah, your attack does hit Morharon. Go ahead and roll your damage.
No, forget it. It's my fault.
That's okay. 19 points of damage.
I get to re-roll one of those D8s because it was a 1.
Yep. For an 8. So that is going to make this a total of
26.
26 points of damage. Part of it is thunder damage. So that
which would be, yeah.
Which for this is, we're just gonna take away 4. So 26 points of damage for a total of 22.
And he's pushed 15 feet away.
15 feet away. Okay. Juliet, do me a favor. Make a dex save.
Okay. Ah. Why not let me make it?
I think it might have been too far.
It won't let me make it first. Can you send the command?
Yep.
Thank you. That's one on my character sheet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. That is a 20, so yeah, that's fine. As this creature is, you're able to kind of duck out of the way as this creature just kind of flies past you.
I'm gonna follow him up here.
Mm-hmm.
Take my second attack at him.
Okay. Go ahead and make your second attack.
It also
Ooh.
Ooh.
He's a fiend,
That's a natural
so-
20.
I'll be adding some stuff too, because since it's a fiend and I have that up, he takes an additional 46 because of my
Nice.
that,
Oh.
and he takes an additional 4d6. So let me just.
Oh, man. All right, so that's 35 plus 4. Hold on. 6. That's 12. So 35 plus 12 is going to give us 47 points of damage. Some of that was thunder damage, so we're gonna have to. I'm just gonna take off half, which is about 6 from the thunder damage, but that's still a massive chunk.
So as I hit him and push him away and run up with an uppercut, I say, "You'll remember Shauna," and crash him into his face. And that is the end of my turn.
Yeah, you crash into his face, and you're just like you could leave a dent. It just like the jaw just kind of. It's like, but yeah, great turn. That's gonna bring us to Juliet.
Yep. So move around.
It's the 2 creatures, and then Twilight, you're after them.
Go for an attack.
You do have advantage because you are flanking.
Yep. I moved over to the other side. Ooh, that's bad.
Double 5s is not going to do it though. So you go in to kind of again slash at it this time, and it just kind of bounces off its hide again, even though it's kind of like it's looking pretty hurt. 23 is definitely going to hit. So go ahead and roll damage on that one. For a total of 9 points of damage on the strike.
Yep. And then bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Okay, go ahead and cast Healing Spirit.
Yep. I have to find the spell book. But yeah, so I'm going to cast Healing Spirit and. So I put my little spirit person right over here.
Okay.
There we go. And so that's my go.
All right, excellent.
It looks
That's
like
going to
a
bring
little
us.
bat, by the way.
Okay. So you see as she kind of like puts her hand out, you see this little bat just kind of flies up in the air. The next is the blue creature's turn. It's gonna turn you smashing into its face. It just go and it just comes at you, Morharon.
His attacks will be at disadvantage.
Okay, good to know. So that's gonna be a control click. So the first one's the bite coming at you at disadvantage. That is going to be a 10, which does miss your armor class. Next is going to come with 2 claws. First one is going to be a 15 to hit, which is going to miss your armor class because you got the boosted armor there. Last one's a 10, so this thing just kind of tries to come at you, and it has a hard time. It tries to like take its claws, which the claws kind of come out of the back of its fists, and it just kind of tries to rake across them. You just kind of like with your buckler just kind of like smash them away, and then it tries to go ahead and bite you, and you're able to just dodge out of the way. Ending its turn brings us to the red one. The red one in combat with you, Demikos, is just going to go ahead and attack you. With its multi-attack, it also has a bite and 2 claws. So both of those are going to come at you. First, the bite coming in is going to be a 22 to hit, which I do believe does hit your armor class for a total of 6 piercing damage.
Is that cut in half?
It is cut in half because you're raging, and I believe actually what had happened is that it rolled
12.
Yeah, it did it right, actually. Yeah, so it did
Okay.
only 3 points of damage. Yep. Next is coming in as the claw, so it was 6 and we got half to 3. Next is going to be a 15 on the claw coming at you. That's going to also hit for 8 points of damage. Actually, it should be cut in half, which it was. So you actually ended up taking. Hold on.
It's probably all right on my character sheet. Yeah, I'm at 87 health.
Yep, that's what it's supposed to be. And then the last one is going to be another claw coming at you. You made a Constitution saving throw, which was succeeded with a 26. Last one is a 11 to hit, which does miss your armor class as it kind of comes in. It kind of comes over and just like kind of rakes you with a claw, and you kind of like take that. It gets a little bite onto your arm and just kind of like peels a little bit of it, but just like a little kind of scrape. And then you're ready for it. The next one kind of comes in and you're just able to kind of dodge out of the way. Ending its turn, Twyla, you're up. With Demikos, you're on deck.
So I'm gonna use bless on my
Okay.
tree companion.
Okay. So everybody is blessed.
Ooh, D4.
And
And there is a condition
I
for
am.
it, so it should automatically work for you guys. You shouldn't have to worry about adding your D4 every roll.
so I'm gonna fly a little bit closer over the houses that are on the side there.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast Healing Word again. just in
Okay.
case, on
Okay.
Juliet.
Okay. Ooh, +1 for Twyla.
I got a +1. Thank you.
Yeah, you did.
Um,
Oh, hey, that one works. Healing Word. So it's going to be a D4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So 5 points of healing to you, Juliet.
Thank you.
Hold on there. That guy looks really big. Juliet, careful.
Trying.
All right.
And good job, Mari.
Thank you.
At this point in the combat order, you actually see coming around the corner is another one of these creatures kind of appears on the battlefield. And in the midst of all this, you see this woman over in the corner dart out as well, chasing after it with a wand out, just kind of casting things at it. But she seems to be handling herself as this thing is kind of like on the ropes and running away. But either way, Demikos, you are up.
I will pull out my cleaver. And
Absolutely.
I will make my first attack.
22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
12 damage.
12 points of damage.
And then I will punch.
Yeah, you definitely hit that thing with a 17 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. For another 10 points of damage.
Then
Are
I
any
will
of these a
flurry
stunning?
blows.
Are any of these a stunning strike or anything?
No, I'm just gonna flurry of blows.
All right, flurry of blows. Morharon, you're on deck. 29 definitely hits. For 8 bludgeoning damage as you come in with another strike.
Second
And one
flurry
more
of blow.
attack. Yep. For a 27 to hit for another 13 points of damage as you come in and just get after this thing and just and you kind of like you hit it with the you take out the cleaver and you just kind of like slash with it, and then you punch, take the back of the hand of the cleaver, slash around, punch again as you just like beat the crap out of this thing. It's looking pretty hurt. Anything else in your turn?
Is it only one size larger than me?
Correct.
No, I'll have that last punch use my crusher feet to push it back 5 feet.
Okay, absolutely.
Put some real force into that hit.
Oh yeah, as you kind of come across and just kind of crack right across the jaw. Morharon, you're up.
Right.
Oh my goodness, Jesus. That is another critical hit with Morharon really ready to fight these things, apparently. So go ahead and
Again,
roll your damage and your 4d4 on top of it.
I'm also going to add, since I have them here, I'm going to add 2d8 to that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
I say the same thing again. I'm like, you will remember Shauna, and I just uppercut him and just shatter his face.
Yeah, and you literally do. Like you come up with that uppercut, and like you just see that same place where you kind of impacted and put an indent on his nose or in his face, just kind of like splats, covering your friend Juliet on the other side with this like strange purple congealed ichor, and just out behind. It is toast. Yeah, you will. Juliet, you're on deck.
Step down here to this guy.
Yep.
That, on the other hand, is the other end of the spectrum.
Opposite end of the spectrum. Sorry.
That just barely misses, though. Even with a natural one.
I'm so angry as I swing up to hit that guy. I just kind of wildly turn around, swinging at this guy and completely whip.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly like that. Awesome.
My turn.
All right, that brings us to Juliet. It's the creature, and then Twilight, you're on deck.
Okay, I can get over here. Will that still give me flanking or no?
Sure.
I'm just curious. Okay, I can't get my little bat. Okay, whatever, it's fine. My bat is going to heal 1d6.
Okay.
So
you should be able to just pull that up from the yep. Oh, 6
Thanks.
points of healing to you.
And then going for 2 attacks.
All right, go for 2 attacks.
Attack, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is gonna miss.
That's not with advantage. The thing
I don't know.
it's
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing there.
I don't know. It just
I think you're somehow targeting something that you're not supposed to be targeting.
Does 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So that's gonna be 15 points of damage.
Then another attack. God damn it, why are you doing this?
It's because you have selected somehow 2 targets not on the, well, one of them's on the field and the other one is not.
I don't know how. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'll roll again just to see if I get anything.
Yep. You hit regardless, so go ahead and roll damage. For 8 points of damage.
Nice.
It is looking like it is on the brink of death. Anything else in your turn?
That'll be it for right now.
Excellent. Because you did all that to it, it is going to do the same thing right back to you. So, bite and 2 claws coming right at you. That is going to be a 9 to hit, believe it or not, and that is going to miss you. Claw coming in. That, on the other hand, is a 15, and it also misses because you finally got a breastplate. And the last one's a 23 to hit. That does hit for 11 points of damage. As it kind of comes in, and it kind of like blindly just kind of keeps like kind of slashing at you, and eventually, it does actually get a hit in. The concentration check doesn't matter, or the Constitution saving throw isn't. Oh, your concentration's being tested. Yeah, that is being tested, and it looks like you failed, so your thing is no longer up. If I can get it to go away. There we go. All right, ending your turn. That is gonna bring us to Twyla.
Twyla is going to say, "Hey, there's like another toad and a strange woman running back there, so check that out, guys." And I'm
on
going
it.
to Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Bolt, the cantrip. The cantrip.
Yeah. Okay.
Fireball. Yeah.
Fireball. All of us.
Firebolt. Okay,
All
sorry,
right.
sorry.
Go ahead and roll for your firebolt.
Bolt.
25 plus 1 for 26 is going to be definitely hitting. For 9 points of fire damage. Just need to check one thing. It does have resistance to fire damage, but how would you like to do this?
I think she's just throwing the firebolt and looking at the other guy, so she's going to be like, you die.
Okay. So you just kind of like, yeah, okay, bye. And you just kind of throw your firebolt over at this creature, and it just kind of begins to burst into flames as it just kind of finally sizzles away and passes. It's also at this moment that you see another casting of what is a magic missile all kind of like appear, multiple bolts, and just all buffet this frog over here. It is taken out as well. Quiet comes over the battlefield as you all
The head.
now have technically 3. You killed 2 of them, but technically 3 of these toads in front of you.
I'd like to give a
Drop to my
perception.
knees.
Hold on one second. Sorry, what are you all doing?
I just drop to my knees and my maul kind of just falls out of my hand, and I just kind of put my hands in my head and start to do like heavy weeping.
If I see that, I will go over, not say a single word,
I'll
just
jump
there
off
and
from-
hug him.
I'll
So,
jump down.
As she
and,
approaches and touches me, I kind of like flinch and reach for my maul, and then like,
It's okay. It's just me, big guy.
and I kind of just let her, put her arms around me, and I just kind of like those deep, chesty sobs, and it's been so long. What I've done all this for. It's been so long.
Sorry.
And I just kind of lean back into her and just release all that adrenaline and all of it. It's all out. I'm a big sloppy blubbering mess.
She will just hold him. Okay. It'll be okay.
Okay.
If I have anything.
Mhm.
As that's all going on, I will check and make sure if he's okay. If he took any damage.
No, I'm good.
I'll kind of turn my head over to Demikos. See if he took anything.
Took any damage?
Mm-hmm.
Just got a tiny little scratch on my arm. I'm fine. I'm ready for 3 more of these frogs.
Look up to Twyla, and I will cast Healing Word on her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your healing word.
Plus my spellcaster modifier.
All right. So you go to reach out to go ahead and heal Twyla.
Mm-hmm.
Twyla, you don't regain any hit points.
I want to check my stuff because I also receive a claw back from the toads.
You
and there was
did.
something.
You did, and you still feel like this like strange kind of like your heart is still kind of beating really solidly. And you kind of like hear in the back of your head, you as well, Juliet. And you kind of look down at the claw mark on your arm, and Juliet, you kind of look like down at your chest, and like you can see that this wound is almost like glowing a blue energy.
I have 1 lesser restoration, and I'm going to use that on Twyla.
Okay.
What's this, Juliet? Do you know what's this?
Maury,
One-
do you know what this is?
I can certainly take a look.
Down, like beside you guys. Not flying anymore.
I figured you weren't flying.
What
Just
kind
give
of
me
check
1
would I
second.
do to See if I know what's going on.
Just let me look at lesser restoration just to make sure or something.
I'm not sure if it's a restoration or greater, if it needs.
No, you, so you go ahead and you reach out to put your hands on Twyla, and as you do, the mystical blue energy that's kind of pulsing there begins to slowly fade, and you almost feel like you can, as you're holding it there, you feel like there's some sort of energy like kind of coming to your hand. Twyla, as this is happening, you begin to feel almost as if there's like a small pebble or rock just kind of like grinding its way through your circulatory system. It stings and burns as every single centimeter that this thing crawls through your arm, back down your arm towards the wound. It causes you just excruciating pain, almost as if like something is like digging its like nails in and just scraping all the way down. However, as soon as it gets to its maximum amount of pain, Juliet, you almost pluck out what almost feels like a small pebble. And that's where we're gonna go. And that's where we're gonna go to break. So, for the dice giveaway, the secret code word is going to be SLAD. SLAAD. Go ahead and put SLAD into the chat, and we will see you after the break and see who wins the dice giveaway.
Valid.
And we're back. So the winner of the dice giveaway is going to be Tyon FH. Tyon FH. Check your direct messages so we can get you those free dice. We're also going to be sending you a copy of Eldritch Press's Eldritch Treasures Volume 1. So we'll be sending you that as well. So we'll get out to you so we can make sure that we have the right contact information, all that kind of cool stuff. So congratulations. So you all, after the end of this battle, you took care of Twyla, but there is 3 of these battle toad creatures still there. Laying on the ground, as well as a very well put together looking female wizard, I guess. She's got kind of like longish brown hair, wears a very fancy looking dark black dress with red trim, as well as a little black overcoat. And she kind of like, after slaying the last one, kind of just takes the wand and sticks it back into her pocket and just kind of dusts herself off. What would you like to do?
Would I know what is happening to Juliet?
Would you
We're
know
not-
what's happening to Juliet?
Yeah, like with her not being able to hail and having the thing in her and having seen what just happened with Twyla, would I know what's going on?
Yeah, you'd have an idea.
Twyla was screaming just in case when all this was happening.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to hurt you.
So, not to be alarmed of any sort. I mean, you took care of that. But if there's a way we could find a way to help Juliet out, don't be alarmed. It's an easy fix. I'm sure we can do something, but you may have an egg inside of you.
Talking to who?
I stop and I look at you.
Yeah, that little thing that hurt Twyla came out is, yeah, yep.
Okay.
So if we could, I don't know if you have that ointment, maybe we can try rubbing that on there. If you can do what you did to her again, I don't know if you have your powers left, but listen, it's fine. You've got, see how tiny that is? You've got plenty of time, but the quicker the better.
It's not fine. If you say that's not fine.
I am trying to make things seem okay, all right?
Okay, I'm trying to get my ointment that I learned. And I'm not
cool.
sure what Juliet is doing, but I'm getting the ointment out.
I'm doing exactly this. I'm looking and I'm twitching.
So where's the wound? Where is the wound? Show it to me.
It's all here. It's just all up here. Cool.
My, you're a goner. And I start rubbing all the salve. And the wound, how do you feel?
How do I feel, DM?
She begins to rub the medicinal salve that she had just learned and gotten a few doses of. Using one of those doses, Twyla, you take your hand and you're able to kind of spread it on her, kind of like on the wound that's like kind of across her chest. As you do, you feel the wound kind of continue to throb underneath your hand, and Juliet, you kind of feel this throbbing occur too. As you feel that, you feel almost a tightness kind of come across your chest. However, you don't feel the same excruciating, like almost peeling pain from inside of you. Instead, rather, you feel almost like a sickening burning, almost kind of like reflux, kind of like in your chest, as the salve kind of continues to seep down into the wound.
Okay.
However, the burning subsides and the pulsing in the back of your head from this, whatever this thing is, this egg, dissipates.
Does the little egg come out?
You gather that the salve probably dissolved the egg.
Okay. Can I step on the other egg?
Sure. It's about this big, so it doesn't take much.
Thank you.
Feeling?
Oh
Is
man.
it better?
It's better. I'm better. You're better. Did anybody else have that happen to them?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Right. Is
Why
it
don't
always
we,
us?
How about me and Dimikos will take care of removing the heads and claws from these creatures? Do you ladies are a bit better with the words with other people? You want to go see what the heck that lady's all about? I'll keep an eye on you. If I need to come over there and destroy somebody else's face, I have no problem doing it. But
Yeah, it sounds like the best idea.
Sure. You saw what happened when I walked. It's the guy, right?
It's fine. You have me next to you. Let's go.
And I'm just
don't
glaring
turn this
at
one
me.
into a slab.
Okay. Okay, I take Juliet's hand. If anything happens, we are leaving.
Save a toe for me. I want to cut one off.
Will do.
You know I like cutting off body parts.
No problem.
Remember Jeffrey? Ma'am, hello? You over there? Who are you?
Oh.
I'm-
Yes.
I don't feel
Hello.
like beating around the bush.
Well, of course. What are you doing in this place?
Are you friend or foe?
I mean, I assume friend. You did just kill a number of these creatures, as did I.
Is there more?
I'm not entirely sure. A number of the citizens are held up in their homes right now, at my behest. It would seem that a number of them fell, well, honestly, they fell ill not too long ago, and, well, one of them turned into these things, and so took it upon myself to, well, I got word of it from, I got word of it from a weird voice in the back of my head. No, I got word from it from a from the monster hunting guild down in Nulgrim. So I made my way up here, and well, I happened upon this site. There was a couple of them kind of wandering around, and I took care of them. But unfortunately, a lot of them people of this town have grown ill, and I fear, well, I can't quite make. I don't exactly have the ability to heal these people, so it's been very trying the past few days, trying to keep it under control.
Well, we are from said guild from Nulgrim.
Oh.
And 1 second. Sorry, I had to put my food in my order in. Yeah, we're from said guild from Nulgrim. Is it just you here, or is there others?
Well, right now it's just me. I'm pretty much operate alone. Keeps things simpler that way, honestly. So you're part of the Hand of Justice as well?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Twyla.
I'd say pleasure to meet you all, but these are probably not the best circumstances.
Of course.
The name's Madame Penelope Ravenwood.
Madame Penelope, are we gonna be having troubles because of the head of the toads? Are you onto that too?
Oh no, dear. These things can't get quite. Well, they can't get anywhere near close to me. Let's put it this way. I have well, I have access to certain magics that keep them at bay, so they don't. That particular issue doesn't bother me.
Huh.
However, I cannot take it out of anybody else. That's the problem, and I've been trying to kind of isolate as many people as I can and try to keep the citizens off the streets so they don't happen to accidentally pass it upon each other, but it's been very difficult keeping it under control. I've heard reports from some of the men that have come through here on their way to the garrison that the Citadel has had the same problem. I don't know anything, at least illness. I don't know of anything about necessarily them turning into these, well, based on my research, it appears that these are slads. Very foul creatures from the hells and the abyss. It's very strange to see them here, however, things have been kind of... Well, yeah, not really. I think it seems that things are entering from different planes every day now, it seems.
We should,
Yeah, seems like
go
it.
back. We should go back to the others and plan what we're going to do, don't you think?
You go back to the others, Twyla. Going to ask her a question.
Alright, so I'm gonna go.
As you walk back, boys, what are you guys doing?
Hacking heads.
Cutting heads? Okay.
You're on mute, Jody.
I'll just say, give me nature checks, both of you, just to determine how well you can cut them off and all that kind of
Great.
stuff. Hey, look at that! 17!
And then I got. And that's.
I would say you're still
Nice.
under the influence of Bless as well, if you wanted to throw that on there as well. It just wore off.
And it's
It
plus
was just
8
about to wear off. Plus 8?
because of Grudge Bearer.
Right. Okay. So that's 12 plus another, so 13. You are able to harvest the claws and heads off of all of these things. Off of the two that you guys were fighting, as she kind of stands by the one that she just killed, but she's not really that worried about it, as you guys kind of like like awkwardly, just like, hey, don't mind us.
So as we're taking care of the blue and the red over on the other side, I just, I know you kind of saw a pretty harsh reaction. You haven't been with us long, but my family was taken from me when I was a young boy by one of these creatures, one of these blue slads, and been kind of my lifelong mission to
Eradicate them from the planet.
very, very well put. So this is the first one I've actually encountered, and I feel that if we see more along the way, my experience might not be as in depth as this one was. That first one was, I don't think I expected to react that way, so I apologize, but
It's all right.
a lot came upon me.
Emotions get the best of you sometimes.
Just glad to see some, even if this, I have no doubt this was not the creature that took my family from me. I grew up hundreds of miles from here, but just to have some form of closure means a lot to me.
I think you should assume that every blue slad was the one that did it. That way you fight with that tenacity every time we see him.
I like the way you think. That's good advice. I tell you what, you know, money doesn't bring you happiness, but to be able to kill this thing and get some form of payment from it that may I may be able to go on and do something further to help other people is, I think it helps the situation a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we leave an appendage on one of these things. Juliet loves to summon that sword and hack away at appendages, so.
Yeah, she can have all the appendages she wants. How many claws did you get off of that guy?
All of his claws.
Oh, so 40 of them. All right.
These are 40 clawed slads. rare 40 slads.
2.
I got the two off each one. Blue one and the head off of him as well.
Should we go over to the third one over there?
Oh yeah, it looks like they're having at least what looks to be like a civil conversation. So yeah, we might as well go in and introduce ourselves and take the reward.
It's at this moment that Twilight, you have broken off and have kind of rejoined with them as you assist them with the awkward carving up of the red slad behind Juliet and Madame Penelope as they continue their conversation.
So then the
As I
guy
was-
about the woman, her name is Penelope, and she is here to kill toads too.
Does she want these heads?
Not sure. Don't ask her.
So, as I was saying, it's been very difficult trying to discern which members of this particular town are infected or not infected. Generally, they do get sick in the weeks leading up to, but the problem is it's difficult to know how well. Obviously, it's passed based on the wounds, as you clearly experience, but otherwise, it's very hard to determine whether or not someone's infected or not until, unfortunately, they start to turn.
Well, I have a solution, but I also have a couple of questions to ask you. But the solution is we can get all of them together, all of the people of the town. I can cast a spell and we can see who's infected and how we could possibly heal them. Or I'm going to be honest, if they're a bit far gone, we're going to have no choice but to just eradicate them.
You see, that was my worry too. I am hesitant to bring every single individual in town all in one central location, though. It could also be the perfect situation for if one of them is hiding, as you plainly see. They have the ability to hide amongst the villages, sort of, or at least be some sort of simulacrum of the villages themselves. I worry that if there's a couple of them amongst them all, they will begin rampaging across all the people that live here, if they're all in one central location.
It's understandable. Maybe we can take it over for the next couple of days or something.
Possibly.
Have you seen more fiends by chance lurking around, coming out of nowhere?
Outside of these ones, no. I mean, I've seen some out in the wilds, to be perfectly honest, on my way here.
How long ago?
Within the past few weeks, honestly, there's been a few.
What did they look like?
Similar to these red ones, some of the blue ones. I have seen a green one before. I've also seen some very strange variants as well. Blue ones that have the ability to create magics and have some sort of practice with the arcane. It's very strange. Unlike I'd say my experience. I mean, my experience is what I've seen, but based on the research I did before I left, normally magic isn't practiced by the blue ones. It's usually, well, the green ones. It makes me wonder if there's something else going on here, besides just these slads running rampant.
There's a lot of stuff running around here rampant. Nice to meet you. I'm Natasha Lamont.
Like I said, Penelope. Again, maybe better circumstances next time, but pleasure.
I have a hunch, but I'll talk to my group about this. And I look over and I kind of like gesture.
I head over.
Yes. It's lucky for you. I've already had to slay so many of these things. I don't really care to gather any more of these heads. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to pay for all of these at this rate, to be perfectly honest. So collect what you can. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of limitation, but this is a little bit bigger than one or two.
Can I cut the toes off?
You can do whatever you want.
I'll let Maury
cut...
and Demikos come over and like talk, but I'm gonna cut the toes off while they're talking.
All right, you can go ahead and cut the toes off while they're talking and do whatever you want to do. Oh, hello, boys. Enjoying your carvings.
I'm enjoying the paycheck at this moment.
Well, like I said, your friend, there's I have a hard time believing they'll be able to pay you for, well, there's the 3 here, but there's at least 10 more piled up in the back, or on the back of the barn over there.
Those are yours?
Well, yes, I guess, but I worry there's many more where they came from, unfortunately. It's hard to tell who in this town is one of these slad creatures and who isn't.
You know how to get them to show themselves?
Unfortunately, what I've been attempting to do is to isolate everyone in their houses, and with the hopes that we can minimize the spread. Unfortunately, that does leave a little bit of a limitation that if they're all hiding in their houses, when they do change, they change and they come out. Then we know which ones they are. I was just finishing up this one while you all were, you happened to arrive in town at the probably opportune moment to take out these 2. Appreciate that.
So we got, I think it was someone who looked like a blacksmith. And the other one,
It's an old guy with a bell.
Ah, well, that would have been the town crier, and that would have been, well, the town blacksmith. Yep.
so what's the plan? Do you think it's just in this town? Should we go somewhere else and you do?
It's definitely not just in this town. This town just started having these issues as of recently. As I was saying to your friend over here, I've been traveling in the wilds around here and trying to find the source of this thing, but it appears that I haven't been able to find it, unfortunately. Although this is kind of the furthest that they've spread, and I'm hoping to kind of be I was trying to hope to be the stopgap here while I waited for more help, and it looks like more help has arrived, thankfully.
Do these slads have a home nest somewhere further to the north? Because this is fairly far south to where we were told to go.
Would I know if that's how they function in nests or if they are nomadic?
Based on your experience, they're not really of this world, so it's kind of strange that even when you were dealing with them, it was strange that they were even around. At that time, though, they were much smaller in number. This appears to be that and then some, almost as if they have proliferated. They would typically have some sort of leader, kind of almost like a queen that you would know. But that queen would basically kind of maintain a sort of a nest is not the correct term, but kind of like a base of operations, I guess. There's not really great. They tend to gather around one area, yeah. At the end of the day.
If I know that, if I see Juliet, knowing that, hearing what they're saying, and if I see Juliet off to the side, removing the guts from these creatures, I would kind of walk over and, Jules, I know
Mid gut pulling.
I like it. I know we've discussed in the past going to the Underdark, and we've kind of put it on the back burner and then moved on and moved back and moved on, but these things aren't from around here either. So I'm starting to see a trend in where a lot of the problems here are coming from. So
Timmick was right. It's because of me.
No, it's not you. I'm not blaming you at all. I just know that I think the sooner we head there and try to figure out what's going on, the better.
No, Maury. And she looks crazy at this point as she is just covered in blood. It's because of me. This is the result. I don't know what this is. But yes, I do agree with you. I do need to let you know that the planes are different in the Underdark. The Underdark and the Hells and the Abyss, they all kind of collide together, and the Shadowfell, they're all kind of one giant clusterfuck.
You already know more than I do, so if we decide to head that way, it sounds like we have a proficient guide to take us along our journey.
Just tell me when.
I will leave you to your fun.
As he says that, I'd like to pull out the heart and just like squish it.
Okay. You take out this massive, almost like 6-chambered heart of this giant blue creature. It's kind of a dark purple, as the blood that's in here has started to kind of solidify and congeal and kind of change, and kind of it started out as kind of a purple congealed this, but like you see the veins are starting to turn black as it kind of continues to kind of sit here necrotizing out in the sun, which is still fairly hot. And you squeeze and like this like purplish black jelly just kind of like spills out from it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is where the neutral evil is.
Maybe. If you're done having fun, I would say that it would appear that most of these things are coming from the north, as one of you had alluded to. I've kind of narrowed it down to an area close to the Shadow Pass, but that's as far as I've gotten, unfortunately.
Oh, you've been pretty far north. Have you noticed any large creatures flying?
Oh, yes, actually, I have. Is that a contract as well?
It is.
Ah, yeah. Well, it hasn't come here, luckily. When I was a little bit further to the northwest, it was attacking some of the villages and stuff like that around in that area. But it's definitely a very strange amalgam of creature, I should say. I got a fairly good look at it in my travels. I did obviously not make my presence known for fear of running into it. However, it's a very strange collection of almost like 3 creatures in one. It's quite strange.
What kind of creatures?
Well, one of them is almost, it looks like almost looks like the head of a lion. A rather strange snake, and a rather large goat with curled horns. It's almost as if they have 3 personalities. It would appear the lion leads the outfit of the 3, but yeah, no, that's a scary creature. I don't really feel like didn't really feel like taking that one on by myself. 1 versus 3 is a little, well, 1 versus amalgam of 3 seems a little, especially if something of that size, seems to be a bit foolish. However, your outfit might be able to take care of it, I don't know, but it is not the most, or at least at the time, was not the most pressing matter for me. Not unlike this at the very moment. But should you want to go and pursue that, that would be out to the northwest, towards the, on the way to, come on, where are you? On the way to Dodorel.
What was it? Dotarel?
Dodorel. D-O-L space D-A-R A-H-L.
Well, guess that's where we can start.
Morhan, you know the name of the city. It is the Dwarvish City of Gold. It they tend to keep to themselves, but they do do a little bit of trading with the dukedom, but very little, mostly in just raw materials, things of that nature. But they tend to hang on to the gold. But sorry, go on.
At this point, I'd like to be walking back to the group.
Absolutely.
Penelope, do you have a ring of spell storing by chance, or some sort of spell stone?
Unfortunately, no, I do not.
Oh, darn. That was going to give you.
I do believe one
spell.
of you actually has one.
Mm-mm.
Someone had it.
What's she looking for?
It was in a bag of holding at one point.
Ring of spell storing, because I would have taken that.
I believe Timmick picked it up,
Yeah, it should be in Timmick's bag.
which he left behind.
Oh, I'll absolutely keep that then.
Yeah, I know I have it in my notes.
Yeah. I was going to say, one of you has it. I don't know which one, but one of you has it.
Shame, because I would have given you a spell, so that way we can carry on doing some other stuff while you can check the diseased people.
That was the 2-finger ring, right?
Yes.
Stores 5 levels of spells.
Let me see if it's still here. Hold on.
Can I speak to you all for just a quick moment? Mine, if you don't mind, Penelope. I'm sorry.
Yep, here it is. Julia, I'm gonna put it in your character sheet just so that way it actually transfers over to one of you.
Yeah, cool.
No, that didn't work. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it did. Yep, there it is. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
I just want to speak to you all real quick and get a plan going. Excuse us, Penelope, for just a moment.
Go ahead.
What we want to do? Do we want to go? What we want to do here?
This sounds like it's gonna take a long time. If we need to find the evil toads in between the people, I guess.
I can cast detect poison at least 4 times, but I can't do it today. I can cast it a couple of times. If we can get.
If we're talking about what our next steps are, I think there's a couple of big decisions we have to make. Are we in this for the money? Are we in this for the greater good of ourselves, of others? We have multiple avenues we could go down. I guess it just depends on what we're looking for. If we're looking for the greater good of ourselves, I think we go kill the Faelie. If we're looking for the money only, we go hunt down this weird freaking multiple-headed, I don't even know how to describe it. And if we're looking for the greater good of this world as a whole, I think we continue down this path or even into the Underdark. But unfortunately, I think we've come to the hinge pin of deciding what we as a group do.
Didn't you want to take care of these toads?
I mean,
Seems like this flying beast is really wreaking havoc on the area.
But that's money that yes, it's wreaking havoc, but it looks like the fiends and the aberrations and everything else is also wreaking havoc on the area.
Right. But it seems like there's only one of those. We took care of that fast. I think the bounty was for 20,000 gold.
I don't care about the money right now.
We can use that money to buy all the slaves in Dreadmire and free them.
And yes, we do need to eventually take care of the slavery. I'm aware that's going on there too, because of the group that you were a part of.
Not by choice.
Well,
I enjoy it.
you was there, nonetheless. But we need to figure something out quickly.
We need to figure out what's causing these people to be sick. Because they were saying that they were getting like poison, and this the air, is the food, is the water. We need to stop that, stop the spread, and I don't know.
Maybe-
There's so much to do and so little time.
If I had to take my guess at what's going on here, it would be the creatures themselves that are causing this infection and perpetuating their own self. They're implanting themselves into others, and it just keeps going and going. And I don't think any amount of staying inside is going to matter, because eventually they're going to turn and then break out and break in. And I think it's a vicious cycle here. So I think everything we're talking about right now has to be handled. It's just deciding on which order we do it. I definitely see both sides. I see that it might be easy if we just take care of the flying creature now. We get the reward. We use that money to better supply ourselves to head to the Underdark, and possibly take care of what may be sending all of this stuff out into the world. I don't know if Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, or whatever her name is, will
It's
be able
Penelope.
Penelope, yes. I don't know if she'll be able to handle being here on her own and eradicating future issues. I feel like our skills are better used elsewhere, other than waiting around here for weeks to see if others turn. I understand, Juliet, you can, but if we're talking about 20, 40, 50 people, we could be here for weeks trying to identify if anyone here is infected.
And we get them all, and we just try to cast it all at once.
You can do that.
I mean, I have said spell, so
And
I
you can
hope
do
so.
it in a mass. That would be, I mean, that would be amazing.
What do we do with the people we find? Are we just gonna kill them all?
we
I don't think there's a cure. Once they're turned, I think they're turned.
I think there comes a point where the salve we have, or even the magic you used, is a bit far gone. But
Yeah, it looked like their skin melted off their body when they turned to the slads.
If
I don't
we
think
know,
you can scoop that back up.
if we know who they are, maybe Penelope can take care of it. Just pointing out which are the ones, and maybe I can leave the salve. I could make more, but it's costly and it takes time. And we also don't know where this flying creature is, because it's flying around. So I guess that we can just move and wait also until we find the creature, because we don't know where it is.
I know one of our big concerns was gathering everyone into a group, and what if they are slads already. But how many times a day did you say you could figure out? How many?
4.
So if we did maybe 4 smaller, more manageable groups, we bring, I don't know how many. DM, would I even have a rough idea how many people are in this village?
Yeah, you would know that there's probably like it's not a very large village. It's kind of just like a stopgap outpost kind of town. So you're talking like under, like probably somewhere around 50 people.
So if we did 12-ish people at a time, I mean, even if 1 or 2 are that way, the others flee, we eradicate them, and then move on to the next group of 12. I think we can, within a day or even 2 max, figure out how widespread the issue is here.
Well, it gives me, I have 30 feet. So if I can get everybody in 30 feet, I can cast it a few times and we can figure it out right there.
So if we bring smaller groups into a meeting house, or some form of judiciary building where they would typically do these type of things, and gather them together, see what happens, and go from there.
And I'll have it up for 10 minutes. So maybe we can have people just getting screened. Oh, that's a new word. I like how that sounds.
I like that screening process.
Screening.
Also,
I'm so smart.
also, if you feel like it's needed, we flying people, and I point out Demicus, can check around, see if we can find clues about the flying beast, because I think that in between Juliet, Mori, and Penelope, you can like work around it. I don't know.
And then let's not waste any more daylight. Let's try to get these people together. Let's do this, and then let's start heading on our way to go kill the flying beast for money. The Phales is gonna have to wait. I haven't heard back from Locke yet either, so.
You keep saying that I work for the Phales, but you don't ask me anything about the Phales.
Because quite frankly, Demikos, I don't trust you yet. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I sold your boyfriend Tom off to my brother.
Tom was just, he was an innocent bystander who was there to try to help you. He wasn't some
now he's helping
evil
my
person.
brother.
Well, whoop-de-doo for your brother.
Being honest, your brother didn't look nice.
Your brother ambushed us. And if I didn't know better, and if you didn't do what you did, I would have thought you were a part of it.
If I was part of ambushing you, you would have been down already.
Now, let's let cooler heads prevail. We can. A few of us are new here, and we're all still trying to figure each other out. But you do see that he had a major impact just now and take care of that one slad. And had he only worried about himself, he could have easily disengaged himself and ran away, and we would have been in a bigger pickle. So I agree, we all have a lot more to learn about each other, but for now, let's make sure that we don't let things come between us. As we just discussed for the past 20 minutes, we got a lot to handle, not just for ourselves, not just for this village, but I hate to say it, for this world as we know it. And I don't think we're going to get there by chirping away at each other and getting mad at sending off little halflings to other people. And I think there's a lot more to our group than what we really think. I understand there's a lot. We'll get there.
It's different, Maury.
Also, Juliet, it was also Tom's decision. You know, I know he was prompted to do something, but at the end, Tom could say no and stay with us. So,
just like it was Timic's decision to leave and bring me back here. And with that, she'll turn around and she'll go back to Penelope. Bring your people, bring these people, I don't know, get them into a house. I'm going to cast a couple of spells and we're going to figure this out. And who dies, dies. And she walks.
Mari,
Ma'am.
what do we do?
Apparently we're starting our process already. Let's
Penelope just kind of looks at the both of you and goes, "Who's shitting her Cheerios this morning? Holy cow." Right. Well, give me a minute. I'll gather them all up. There's a central meeting house over there, and she kind of points over into a direction of kind of what looks to be kind of like a small village meeting house. You know, made out of wood and like kind of a thatched roof and stuff. And she kind of goes off, and over the course of the next 20 minutes, she's able to gather up the remaining citizens, about 35 of them. She kind of begins to corral them all and meander them all towards this meeting house, where, depending on how you want to do this, if you want to make it a screening of small groups or all at once, let me know and Penelope will accommodate for you.
Twyla, how are you feeling? You feeling completely yourself, or are you still a little bit?
I'm a little bit on the rough side, but I guess that as long as nothing hits me, or I can rest a bit, it's gonna be okay. And
You
also,
take one of these, and I hand her a greater healing potion.
how can I use this? Okay, I'll keep it safe, and if I need it, I'll use it.
All right.
And can the toads talk? We didn't try. Maybe they can tell us a bit of what's happening on their force.
Anything's worth a shot.
All right, we can ask Penelope. Okay. Sorry.
I've heard before that no idea is a bad idea.
So I got the greater healing potion.
Except for eating people. I did hear one time that was a bad idea.
So is he going to be in groups? Small group?
I think
Yeah, we can go.
we've proven ourselves against 3 of these things pretty handily. I think if we happen to bring in a small group and 2, 3, 4 of them are hidden, I think we can handle ourselves. Sure. Is Penelope coming with us?
Yeah, she is coming with you. She's kind of helping you direct them all into this meeting house over the course of time. For the sake of brevity, you are able to utilize your castings. Are you using detect poison? Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Detect poison and disease.
Okay. So over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, you are able to kind of give a once over to all the citizens that are remaining that are still alive. You get 3 pings off of individuals who appear to be ill, but still have their faculties. Like, they still are talking like normal. They're still communicating as if they're humans, but humans, dwarves, whatever. The 3 of them, one is a younger female, long gray hair. She goes by the name Nanine. You also meet a woman with a number of strange, interesting kind of tattoos that kind of come across her face, down the front of her face, and then again once more. She also has kind of a long tattoo that kind of comes down from her neck and kind of spreads out almost like wings over her chest. She's got kind of long blonde braided hair. And then you also meet a dwarf, who's fairly well dressed in very flamboyant colors with a number of different kind of items on his person. You learn that this dwarf happens to own the local general store. His name is Staldrin. This woman with the tattoos actually happens to be a tattooist named Tessa. And then Nanine is just a common woman who works at who picks apples at the orchard here.
You 3, go over there real quick. Stay there. Wait for us.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. And they all kind of oblige and stand aside.
These are the 3 that pinged.
Yes.
And I'm telling this to the group. These are the 3 that pinged. The others seem fine.
Oh, I got treatment for 2. I guess we need to open a wound and use something.
I'm going to look to the side at them. Do they look like they can be cured?
Give me a medicine check.
Oh, damn, here you are.
With a 10, you feel fairly certain that it wouldn't hurt to try.
So I'll walk over to the group. Have the 3 of you been in contact with any of these creatures? Have any of you been approached, bitten, clawed, attacked in any way with these
Just
beasts?
They all kind of give you a very similar story. They all they voice that they don't remember ever being attacked, but they do remember two of them have been having visions of related to some sort of blue creature. The other one voices Thaldrin, the dwarf, and Nanine, the young female, voice that they see visions of blue. Tessa voices visions of red. All similar stories, but very fixated on one specific color.
I would like to keep the modesty about the group, but if you could all strip down to a modest dress so that we can examine you for a point of entry, I guess is what we're looking for. We feel that unfortunately the three of you may have been infected in some way. Now we do have a way to fix it, but in order to do so, we'd like to try to find an entry point. It's a bit easier, you understand, if we can find where this infection may have began.
Okay. You have them all kind of begin to kind of strip down. The only one that seems to put up a fight is Nanine. She just kind of like, you just want to see me naked. No, I'm not doing that.
Take your fucking clothes off.
Meanwhile, Tessa and Thaldrin all strip down to a modest amount. Actually, Thaldrin just kind of whips everything off, just like, hey! And you see that he has a scratch on his right shoulder. Tessa appears to have one kind of across her left, her chest, not her breast, but on the upper part of her chest. Nanine's still kind of fighting.
Well, let's, I can understand your reservations. You don't know exactly what we are doing. Was she, the other two said blue. Was she the one that said blue, or is she the only one that said red?
She said blue.
She said blue.
Let's see what we can do for these two, and then maybe that'll help convince you that this is the best course of action.
Here,
Okay.
take it, Mori. I'll give you one solve to deal with the dwarf, with the confident dwarf. And I guess I'll move to the tattoos.
Okay.
Now tell her it's gonna hurt.
I need a D20 roll from Demikos and Juliet. Excellent. As you both kind of take your time to go over and further examine the two that have stripped down for you, the two of you notice that this Nanine woman appears to shift and shake very briefly as she begins to walk her way around to the back of them.
I immediately cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right. Let's roll initiative. So fun setup. Let's get the music changed. Yeah, we're gonna activate this scene. If I can get it to do what I want it to do.
And you said she's behind them?
She's trying to shift behind him, yeah.
Behind you guys or behind the other two?
Behind the two of them. So
Okay.
we'll say for the sake of this, that this is all occurring down here. Once I can get everybody over there. Come on. just gonna grab all of you and bring you all down here somewhere. So we'll say Twyla, you and Morharon are over here tending to the wounds over here. Penelope is out here kind of tending to the rest of the people and trying to calm them down. And then the creature is gonna be right there. Let's see if this worked correctly on the stream side. Just 1 second. It does not appear to have worked correctly on the stream side, so 1 second. But while this is occurring, I can very simply throw you all on the initiative tracker.
Where are you placing them? In that courtyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them on Foundry either.
Yeah,
and they all popped up.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that too right now for the stream side. Oh, cool. It says I'm not logged in. That's sweet.
That can happen.
Even though I am. Hey everybody, technical difficulties on the Blue Collar DM. Who's shocked by that?
It's okay.
Let's go here for 1 second.
Would I have been able to get off an attack before initiative happened or no?
Absolutely, you would have. So, both you and Demikos would be able to do that. Morharon, can you roll initiative for me?
I am currently trying, sir. I'll just roll a d20. You can add it. It's not.
So that was a 5.
Yep.
What's your bonus? Just a flat?
That's just a flat.
Come on. Yeah, more
valid.
natural ones on tech than any other stream. There we go. It's coming any minute now.
Stop that computer.
Hey, we can see things on the stream. That's great. Bang. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Anyway, after all of that, let's see here. First up, so we're gonna go in the initiative order of this, but Demikos, you get to go first because you actually also saw that this creature shifted.
Okay. I will. What's this brown on the building?
That is a pile of crates technically, but for the sake of this, it's going to be just a couple desks. So you can stand on
top
them.
of it?
Yes,
Okay.
you can. Basically, within the blue is the building.
Oh my god, I can't move.
Oh no!
It keeps dragging squares.
There.
Oh, that's because I'm clicking on Moron.
Ah, there it is. Aha.
All right, so I'm gonna move right there.
Excellent.
I will whack it with my cleaver.
Oh no, whack it. What?
13 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, so then I will whack it with my hands.
Yeah, you whack that thing with your hands. 20 is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, so that's gonna be 14 points of damage. The 4 lightning is actually reduced to 2 because it's resistant, so it's 12 points of damage.
And
did you want a bonus action rage before that, just by chance?
yeah, I can still
Okay.
do that, but I'll do that right now.
Yeah.
I don't need
I
that.
just want to put the
yeah,
condition
for the
on you
plus
because it
2
adds
damage.
it adds an extra +2 by having the condition on you. So I'm gonna add the extra 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll throw a stunning strike on that
On the last one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Constitution saving throw. That is going to be an 11, which fails, so this creature is stunned.
Okay.
Where is the... I should be able to find the stun condition. That should be like an easy one to figure out. Ah, there it is. All right. Awesome. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay. Juliet.
Had a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
Five is damage. Yep.
And then another hit. It's stunning strike, so is it advantage or no? Since it's prone, right? Or not prone?
No, it's not prone. Incapacitated creatures. Why don't they put it in alphabetical order on the sheet? There we go. Incapacitated. See that condition. Go back over here. Can't take actions or reactions. That's all that means.
Okay.
Fails strength. Attack rolls against this creature have advantage. So yes.
Okay.
24 hits. Roll ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And I think I also, does my charisma modifier go to it or no?
Only if you have the
Evocation.
evocation. Correct.
Yeah, that's horrible damage.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, ends your turn. It comes to the creature's turn, who is stunned, so he can't do anything. Twyla, you're up, and then Demikos, you're on deck.
All right.
And then when it's
So-
Demikos' turn, the stun comes off.
I want to use Mindsliver, the cantrip,
Okay.
the enemy.
Do I need to do anything? Is it a save?
I think yes, I'll make it now.
It's a save. Do you know what save I need to make?
Intelligence,
Intelligence saving throw?
17. There's the...
Well, I accidentally rolled it on your sheet, trying to look it up, but that was a roll of 2 minus 2 for 0. So yeah, it fails. So that's 10 psychic damage. Is there anything else Mindsliver does?
It causes... let me look it up. You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy. The target succeeds or takes the damage.
A D4 from your
And
next saving
subtracts
throw.
one
Until...
D4 from the next saving throw it makes.
Okay, awesome. All right. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
And-
D4 and heal yourself.
That's it.
Okay, awesome. Demikos, you're up.
Is,
Juliet, you're on deck.
When do I get my turn?
You're at the end of the initiative order, buddy.
Oh, I thought Demikos went
So
first.
that was
He
a
goes-
that was a surprise
Yeah, it was a
round on the
surprise.
creature.
Got it.
I will move over here. I will punch it. It's at advantage, right?
Yes, it is at advantage. Technically, the stun comes off at the end of your next turn.
The end, yeah.
The end of your next turn, yeah. So it is at advantage. Yep.
So I punch him.
But you can also stunning strike to keep it going again if you wanted to. So either way, 20 hits. So go ahead and roll damage. So that's gonna be. So it's a total of 16 points of damage. 4 of it is lightning, so it's reduced to 2. So reduced by 2. So that's gonna be 14 points of damage.
I'll put
Stunning
the
strike.
stunning strike.
Okay. It's a Constitution saving throw, minus a d4, so -2. That is a total of 20, actually, believe it or not. So that succeeds.
Okay.
Another unarmed strike. At advantage, yeah. 16 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Stunning strike.
Yep. So 4 points of that is again lightning damage that's reduced to 2, so it's 14 points of damage again. Stunning strike on that one is going to be a 9, so it is stunned again. So it is
Okay.
not doing
and then
anything again.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows, all at advantage. That is going to be a 21 to hit. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So that's 9 plus a d4. Because remember, you have to use your regular punches for the.
Okay.
It's still 1. It's still 1. So yeah, use your regular punches when you do flurry of blows. I know what it means. And the 17's hit. So go ahead and roll damage on that last one.
Just one of them. I'll just do an advantage.
Yeah, no, I know. Did you roll a? Oh, it's up there. So it's a 3 on the dice, reduced to 1 on the lightning damage, so it's -2 from that, so that's 10 total points of damage.
All right, that's it.
Awesome. That's like 40 something points on one turn. Nice. Brings us to Juliet.
Okay, quick question. I know I didn't state it because I forgot, but would you have let me do a bonus action at the last turn to put Hexblade Curse?
Sure.
It's up to you. If not, it's okay.
No, I mean, sure.
Okay. Q.
It doesn't work like Hex, just so you know.
No. I know that now.
Okay.
1 year later.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, go ahead.
Okay. Attack. Advantage. Why can't I see my rolls?
There's a 7 on one of those, so that's a total of 15. A 15 just barely misses.
Did it roll at advantage? Yes, it did. Okay.
It did.
Okay. Do it again. And I crit on that, actually.
You
Because
rolled
of
an
Hex
11
Blade.
and a 1.
No, it says 19 at the very bottom.
Yeah, but that's a natural 19, I believe, you had to hit.
Does
It should be a 19 on the dice. Yeah, it should be a 19
said-
on the dice.
Any attack roll you make against a creature is a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. So, I guess
On
so
the
then.
roll of yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Damn
that
it.
would be very overpowered because you could roll a 26 and it would be like, oh, it's a crit.
God damn it. Okay.
But go ahead and roll
too-
damage on the 19.
I got too excited there for a second.
That's okay.
But I am going to add a branding smite to it.
Okay.
Oh wait, why did I do that? No, I did.
I don't
okay.
know. Why did you do that?
I added damage. Never mind.
All right, so that's 14 points damage on the packed weapon initially, and then your branding smite plus what is your Hexblade's curse damage again?
Hexblade's curse. You gain
It's just
a
a
bonus.
charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Just charisma, so it's a +3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, not +63. That would have been bad. Oh crap. Can I
So
control Z
cast.
it? Nope, I can't.
So it's casting at my highest level, which is 4th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then, how would I do that? Do I just roll normal then?
You would roll. You would roll. Yeah, try to. How many dice is it for 4?
That's what I'm looking at.
It's 1 per level probably. So whatever the base is.
It's a 1st level spell.
So
I
that
know.
would be whatever the base is. So it's probably 2, whatever the D's are. plus 3 more.
Okay. Let's see how that goes. And it's supposed to be more than that, though.
Jeez, I can totally see that. So 6 radiant plus 3 more d6.
Oh. There we go.
8. Okay.
That's my go.
All right. Ending your turn brings us back to Morharon. Morharon. What are you doing on your turn? The creature is on deck, then Twyla.
Are the 2 other denizens, are they out of danger? Are they all up in the midst of this fray?
They're like right here.
All right, so they're out of the way.
They're out of the way, yeah. You guys were examining them in the corner as this creature decided to kind of come around and attack you.
All right. I will step up here and...
Absolutely. 27 definitely hits. Damage coming in. 20 points of bludgeoning damage plus another 1.
I will re-roll that d6 there. So that's another 2. So 22.
Sweet.
23
How do
total
you
damage on the first hit.
How do you want to do this?
I want to run up, seeing that he's distracted by what Juliet and Dimikos are doing. I actually want to, instead of going for the head, I want to actually hammer right into the back of his spine, paralyzing for a brief second before he loses consciousness and dies.
Beautiful. So you do that. You kind of come up behind him and just whack right in the between the shoulder blades. And you just hear, and you all can hear, and you actually feel through your maul just this like crack into the posterior, like the spinous process of the spinal cord, of the vertebrae as they crack into the spinal cord, and you see him just, and it just kind of just falls over flat and dead.
I'm gonna turn around and run like right back to the 2 in the corner with my maul over my head and be like, "Reveal yourself."
I get 10 points of healing. Yay. I could regain hit points at this point, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yay, I got hit points back.
I wanna catch up to Mori so he doesn't kill the other 2 guys.
Let them die.
No, we can heal them. It's happy points. Remember that.
As I see Twyla approaching me and saying my name, I kind of like come a little bit out of that subconscious. I want to kill these people. I'm like, Twyla, see if we can help them.
Don't worry. Give me back the solve. I'll even try to heal the confident dwarf. Okay.
Like, give it back. I'm just kind of standing there. I'm like primed and ready to go if anything happens.
So I just move to the twist and spread the salve on her shoulder where she was hurt. And I warn her that it's going to hurt.
Okay. You were able to do so. You spread the salve across her chest, and she experiences kind of the same kind of symptoms that Juliet did. But they pass, and she just kind of looks up at you and kind of gives you a nod. Juliet, your ping from your poison detection, like for her, stops. You move on to the confident dwarf, who at this point, like in the midst of the fighting, like put his pants back on, just because he was just like, and you are able to kind of spread it across his back. He kind of experiences a similar sensation, except this time not so much reflux, but more just like searing kind of pain in his back, and he just kind of like bears down and takes it. And again, the ping that you hear or you feel from your detect poison, Juliet, fades away.
Is it done?
Done.
Penelope, do you know if there is a leader of this town, some form of sheriff or mayor, somebody who would be in charge of this city?
Well, yes, there is. The mayor is he's a halfling man. Mayor Bernie Hilltopple. I can gather him if you'd like.
I think that would be beneficial. Yeah.
Okay. One moment. And you see her. She just, after she's come in after the whole battle finished up, she goes out and grabs Bernie and brings him in, and he just goes, what is the meaning of what do you need? What happened here? There's, oh my goodness, another one. What is this?
Well, we, through magical means, have determined that, at least for now, the threat in your city is taken care of. These two, and I point to the two that are in the corner, were the last two that seemed to be infected. We were able to take care of them, cure them without a problem. This one was too far gone, and we had no choice but to dispatch the creature. The only thing I would say is we were able to take care of this for you because of this ointment that we have that's able to cure them. Do you have a alchemist, a supply shop, anywhere, an herbalist, anybody in town we can receive some payment for saving you by giving us supplies with which my friend Twyla here can make some more of this ointment? Maybe a little for us to take with us and a little bit to leave for you as well.
Well, that would be Thaldrin. I think the man you just cured, he might be able to. He's got a number of different things at his store. I'm sure that he could gather some of that stuff up for you and take care of it. I appreciate everything that you've done. It's truly over. And he kind of like looks over at Penelope and back to you, and just kind of looks back and forth, and she kind of like gives a nod.
It's I would say we're at a point where you can take a breath and maybe catch your wind a little bit, but I don't know if we've completely eradicated the problem. Your village is now safe, but be prepared if these things come in again, that the whole vicious cycle could start over. That's why hopefully if we can get the appropriate supplies, we can leave you with a way to cure yourself in the future.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be sure to make sure Thaldrin gives them to you before you leave town.
We'd appreciate it.
At this point, it is growing quite late. It is evening time. Is there anything you would like to do before heading off for a long rest? You would have provisions made for you, or lodgings made for you here available to you at the local tavern establishment here. But is there anything you'd like to do before heading off to bed?
I want to send a message to the Dragonborn lady from the town we last visited.
Okay.
You remember that her name is Kacius Onius.
Such a
Kanuxid Onus.
It was a complicated name.
Moharan would remember her name.
Oh goodness. And I want to tell her that I got a story to share, and I know you like them. We met the people of this town.
You're at 15 already.
You have 25 words.
They can be cured by the salve.
You have 3 words left.
Always take it.
Or you can reply to this message.
She responds back, Oh, darling, that's just wonderful. I'll be sure to go ahead and tell the lieutenant, and hopefully we can make more of this ointment. You know, it's been quite a worry of me, but I've been, and it cuts off.
Like, Juliet hates her, but Ashley loves her.
Not sure where looking.
So that's you. Demikos, anything before you head to bed?
No.
Okay. Juliet Morharon.
Nope.
I'm just going outside for a walk.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. As Night's Rest finds you all, Morharon. I don't need you to make a save or anything. You have a very vivid dream of it feels almost as if your vision is pulled from where you sleep right now. It flies north, faster, 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 almost in a blur. You find yourself at a valley that in between two mountains, a valley that you recognize as the Shadow Pass. Flash, you keep flying forward. You veer east. Not long. You see the silhouette of a fairly large tower. One that you don't recognize. You fly forward even more. Through the top, almost through a wall, down through the ceiling. You see another one of these blue slats, but different, holding a staff, kind of encircled around a very strange rune in the ground. On the other side, a white humanoid tiger, also with his hand out. And then it flashes away. And that's where we'll pick up next week. So, congratulations again to Ty and FH on winning the dice giveaway. And we will see you all next time. Stay safe, take care of each other. And until next time, happy gaming.